Hey YouTube, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video I am going to go over a really unique eBay Pokemon event auction. Now what's going to happen is, right now the date is set for, I believe, November 13th, Friday the 13th. May get moved around, so that may change. However, there's going to be an eBay Pokemon exclusive auction event. As far as this is what I'm being told, and a lot of the big sellers have been asked to step in and send in some of their high value or just really nice items that will attract attention. So in doing so, I decided I'm going to send a lot of really cool stuff to this auction. I'm going to show that. I'm going to give you guys a preview of at least most of the items that are going to be in it. There may be more. So we're going to start off with this right here. We have a pre-constructed theme deck. This is the original theme decks for a Pokemon base set. You get 2 of the Zap, 2 of the Overgrowth, Blackout, and Brushfire. And you can see right here, you've got the other ones right there. And this is a fully intact, sealed theme deck display. So you get all 8 booster boxes, or all 8 decks in almost like a booster box style type thing. And then we also have the starter decks as well. Now they're going to be all the same. You get 8 Machamp decks. They all have a sealed Machamp in there. These should not be shadowless, but they might be. I highly doubt it, but it's kind of hard to tell with a lot of this stuff. If you don't have the gold strip, or you don't have, you know, the different types of seals on the side, most likely, I mean, you might as well just say that they're not. And then if they turn out to be shadowless, great. Next up, we have, I'm going to do a few box toppers. We got this Crobat Crystal PSA 10, Ho-Oh PSA 10, and then we have a Staff pre-release Charizard from Team Up in PSA 10. Set those off to the side so we can make room for some other stuff. Now I'm going to go through some packs and cards. So we've got a Black Triangle Blastoise and Venusaur both. These are technically unweighed. I'm going to show the weight, but I had a box of just a bunch of extras of these, and it was really hard to tell what was heavy and what wasn't. So for these, they're actually, I mean, back then it didn't matter because you weren't going to open them. Now it kind of does, because it's almost a heavy unlimited base set is worth more than a Black Triangle, even if it is completely light, but back in the day they weren't. But I don't know if these are heavy or light. I'm going to show you the weight. They could be heavy, could be light. Most likely just assume light. We're also going to be doing, we got 4 position only Alakazam, got 4 position only Ampharos, and if you don't know what these are, we've got several videos on them. They're actually test cards. You can see down here where it says medium. It's got different copyrights right there. It says Pokemon Wizards 2002, and of course it says 4 position only right across the picture, and these dot codes will actually scan in. But here's the Arbok. See what else we have here. Ooh, there's a good one. Rayquaza Gold Star could easily bring, you know, $8,000 to $10,000. The PSA 9 just recently sold for almost that. And then we have the Dark Charizard Gem at 10. This one's been going up quite a bit. I had a lot of people lowballing me when it was $2,500, and next thing I know, the PSA 9 was selling for that, so I imagine this has gone well beyond that at this point. Same thing with this Lugia 9.5. I was getting a lot of lowball offers when it was only $1,000, and now it's probably $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000. I mean, who knows with this Pokemon market right now? I'm going to let it go into a no reserve 99-cent auction. Whatever it goes for is what it goes for. Alright, next up we have another big card here, Blaine's Charizard. This is the error version, not the corrected. The error version is much more common. You can see right there it has a fighting energy instead of a fire energy. But it is Gem at 10, still really tough to find. Here we have a Crystal Celebi. Then we also have the Reverse Hollow Crystal Celebi. Got Power Keeper's Charizard. This is the one that I bought for $2,600 or whatever it was, and then I put it up for $5,000. Had some pretty good offers over $3,000 or so, but I'm just going to auction it off now. If I have to take a hit on it, I take a hit on it. We have a Japanese first edition Crobat Crystal. Then we have Entei Gold Star PSA 10, PSA 10 Golem first edition. Then we also have the Unlimited Crystal Golem. Then we have the first edition Kabutops. And next up we have the Unlimited Gem at 10 Kabutops. And then we also have the English Kabutops Crystal Gem at 10. Got Kyogre Gold Star Gem at 10. Really hot card. Then we have the Raikou Gold Star, Regirock Gold Star, Registeel Gold Star. All these that you're seeing are pretty much, I think they're almost all Gem at 10. There's a few that's not. And then we have first edition Shining Celebi Gem Mint 10. That's a nice card. I'm going to set that one in the background. Then we have the Unlimited. We've got Latios Gold Star Mint 9. Sorry, I don't have the 10 on that one. Got a first edition Dark Charizard. This is the non-holographic version. And then we have a no number blueback Charmander. No number as in like it's got blueback here, and then there's no number right up in here. The pop says there's no 10 in the world, but I actually have a 10. It's just mislabeled. But I sold one of them recently to a guy. I think it was like 1,900 bucks or so. You wouldn't think that those are that crazy, but they do really good. Next up, we have some better box toppers. We've got the Charizard. You got the, what is it, the S1, and probably the hardest box topper to get in Gem Mint 10, I would say, or the most expensive. It's the Legendary Collection one. Maybe I can set it up there. Oh, that's probably not a good idea. Put it over here. And this one right here, I've gotten a lot of offers for since I pulled it down. This is actually a sealed Red Cheeks Pikachu, and it has the E3 stamp, and it's Gem Mint 10. Really tough to find this card now. I was telling you guys it was a steal at $1,000, at 500 bucks, 300 bucks, all the way down the line. Now I think it's like $4,000 or $6,000 just for the sealed Pikachu. I mean, ungraded, and yeah, and it makes sense because the E3 Pikachu out of the sealed Gem Mint 10, I had an offer for like 15 grand or something since I pulled that one down too. But I'm gonna show you guys some more of that here in a minute, because now we're going to get into some of the better items. Now we have a Dark Charizard first edition Gem Mint 10. Price is really spiked on this. You can see it right there. It's got a nice swirl on the left side of him. We're also going to have a Blaine's Charizard Gem Mint 10. I'm not sure where the price has gone on this guy, but it will be interesting to see once he goes through auction. Next up, Blastoise PSA 9 first edition. I was last looking at PWCC a few days ago. It was up to like 19 grand in auction or something like that. I mean, this will be a few weeks down the road, and I don't even know where that one ended, so this could very well be a bit higher than that. Next up, we have this Charizard Gold Star. Once sold, didn't work out, so now I'm going to auction it off, and we're going to see what the real price is when it goes into a 99-cent auction. Another big hitter, we have the Top Sun Charizard Holofoil Gem Mint 10. Some people regard this as the first Charizard. I don't really know. Top Sun is definitely dated before all the other stuff, but I don't know if it was actually, I think it came out in 1997 is what I hear from a lot of people, but very, very tough to grade these. I'm not sure how many more of these will enter into the pop. Usually they're tilted or they're dinged or there's something wrong with them. Next up, this is also from the Top Sun set, has the blue back, has a number on it, which is the only thing that marks this down, even just a tweak. But this is a Charizard Blueback Gem Mint 10. I expect big numbers from this card as well. Next up, this is a Charizard. It's only an 8. It's only base set, so why am I showing it? Because down here, it's a 1999-2000. We haven't seen too many of these run through auction lately, so I decided I'm going to throw this one up and just see what happens, because I think there are a lot of people still looking for that variation. Now here we go. Here's a big card. You wouldn't think so, being a 9. It's just like that other one, except for it doesn't have the number. This is the Error No Number Blueback Charizard, and there are none graded in a 10, at least that we know of. I have 2 9s. Someone else has 2 9s, and they're all labeled correctly. So I mean, there only leaves like 3 or 4 out there in the world that people have that could possibly be mislabeled or something. I mean, it's just really tough, because the only way there would be a 10 is if there was one of these and it didn't actually have a number, but they labeled it with a number. But as far as we know, as far as I know, there are no Gem Mint 10s of this card, so you're looking at the highest graded copies that you can get. Next up, 4 position only Charizard. I do expect this one to do really, really well. This isn't a hot card right now. It hasn't been a hot card in a hot minute. However, it's really tough to find. I know there are people who say there are no rare Charizards. Well, this is your rare Charizard right here in English, because there's only like 7 of these things out there, maybe a little bit more. It's not an official release, it's a test card kind of deal, but there's enough of them, and they've been found in actually I think 2 or 3 locations now, that there's really no way that you can say that it's not a real card unless somebody did print one up, like those match prints fakes that have been coming out. But it would be tough. I think anyone who's been around cards would be able to authenticate it. Next up, we have these Pikachus. Now, you guys saw that I was doing the Pikachu in the cellophane, but I actually got one outside as well. So this one is not sealed, but it's Gem Mint 10, and it's graded. It's the E3, and it's graded Gem Mint 10. And then we also have the original base set one, the one that kind of people want to go for, the Red Cheeks Pikachu. And the reason you've seen the price on this one spike, even though people don't know about it, is because this one right here is spiked. When I pulled it, it was about a $10,000 card, but this one right here is much more rare than this one. So naturally, this one, even if it's just right above it, it's always going to be higher than this, or it should be anyways. It should be in my book. It doesn't have that first edition stamp. That's the only thing it doesn't have going for it. But it does have the E3 gold stamp on it. And then we still have two more big items to show. We've got this right here. We've got an unlimited base set booster box, and this guy is in nice shape. Right here. That's on the case. You can see it right here. Blue wings, logos, multiple locations from my personal collection. And the only thing about it that some people might not like is it's got two heat seal bubbles right there. I thought that was at first, but it's not. It's just where it's sitting on the case. But this came straight from a case, and it's going to be auctioned off now. Beautiful condition, very crisp corners. I can't wait to see where it ends up. And then last but most certainly not least, we have Charizard. Mint 9 first edition. There have been so many people asking like $70,000, $80,000. I saw the one in PWCC. Still got some time left, over 50 grand. I'm just wondering where it's going to go. I don't know how many more of these people are going to let go of, but to me this is a weaker 9. I'm going to show it to you guys here in the video. Let's see. It's over here. If you get it in the light, it's not that. That's on the case. It's little scratches going this way. There they are. You can see them right there. That's actually on the hollow full. I think that was missed. And then on the back side, the corners aren't too bad. Right there. That's the corner that I think is the worst. Got a little dot on that one. So to me, this is a weak 9. However, it's still not so weak that I would think that if you tried to submit it to PSA that they would give you a price difference to an 8. But I think if you tried to resubmit it, most likely it would come back an 8. However, it is officially graded Mint 9. It is guaranteed by their money-back guarantee or by their price authenticity, grading, whatever it is through PSA. And so it's being sold as a Mint 9. I showed you the flaws that I think it has, and I've also mentioned it in the listing because I want everyone who's, someone who's going to spend that much money really needs to understand the exact condition of the card. And it's not a terrible 9. I've got worse 9s. You guys have seen that one that's signed. However, in my opinion, it would be an 8 if it was regraded. All right. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a lot of information, me just telling you, hey, we're going to take all these cards and we're going to put them in 99-cent auctions and let them go for whatever they go for. It's going to be a lot. And I'm just one seller in this eBay Pokemon auction event. So be on the lookout. I'm sure there's going to be some other really great stuff that gets put into it.